2 sports films in a row. The last one was horrendous, so it's only right that I flip the script and talk about a movie which contains none other than the GOAT.
It may not mean nothing to y'all.
Nah, not the brick, the OG GOAT.
Understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine.
So we have a young MJ shooting outside. Dad comes out and is asking why is Michael stop at this time of hour. He replies with, can't sleep at night, can't wake up in the morning. Michael's dad is saying he can stay outside until he misses a shot. But this is a GOAT in the making. Little man was hitting every shot after that sentence. He was 7 years old and was already better than some NBA players. Okay, no, I'm stretching it. Or am I? We fast forward in time and we have MJ announcing his retirement. Because he was tired of winning everything in basketball, so he tries his hand at baseball as a testament to his dad. But the skills clearly did not translate, because they gave him 4 pitches and he missed every single one. The catcher was even helping him out, but when you're this bad, you cannot be saved. And the worst part is that when he headed for the bench, the glazing that followed was so stupid.
That was a strikeout, Mike? That was a good looking strikeout. Real good.
I mean, you look good when you strike out, man. When I strike out, man, it looks nasty, man. At least you look good, man.
In other words, your cheeks, but I don't want to say it. MJ has so much aura, guys can't even bring themselves to tell him the truth. He has grown men risking their own cranium just so that they can D-ride. Like, let a man breathe. The movie cuts to Stan dropping off Michael at his home, and we see him living that suburban lifestyle, nice and comfy. He's got a wife, kids, and is getting fed that home cooked food. Life is good. We eventually cross over to the Looney Tunes verse, and it turns out aliens from outer space, known as the Nerdlocks, are trying to find them so that they can be used as an attraction at their dying theme park. They have a record attendance of 2 people, and I'm really not surprised, because why is a roller coaster gaining air? They touched down at the ends without checking in and caught my boy Bugs Bunny lacking. That's what happens when you don't keep it on you. They went to the town hall to let everyone know that they're being taken into captivity, and it was all fun and games until Elmer Fudd got blicked on sight. And I'm kinda thinking he deserved it, because what's a Magnum gonna do to a ray gun? Bugs Bunny has a light bulb moment and proposes that they run a basketball game. These guys are like 1 or 2 feet max in height, so it makes sense. But he should have known better. These are villains from outer space. They wouldn't come all this way just to lose. And Bugs Bunny of all people should have realized that they weren't gonna play fair from the get-go, considering he's one of the most craftiest characters in the show. Bro literally sold off the entire state of Florida just because. If Bugs Bunny was evil, he could delete the entire cast in one day and be smoking on that loony pack the next. Naturally, the villains form a plan to steal the powers of current NBA players. Guys really got hit with that Space Jam bug because they were rendered useless. Charles Barkley got blocked by a lower goal, and that cannon event was so traumatic, he had to go see a therapist. And it's crazy because if they don't get their power back, they're gonna have to change career. Guys are gonna have to get a job in IT or something. The villains acquire the borrowed powers and start transforming. Bugs Bunny realizes they're cooked, so they conscript MJ for his services. And I don't know how Jordan was at such peace of seeing fictional characters right in front of him and not through the screen of a fatback TV. He did not falter for even a 1 second in their presence. I don't know if my brain could process all the information, it might be too much for me. All I'd be thinking is get me out of here because they liquefied my body and kidnapped me. That is more than enough for me to start tweaking. Jordan agrees to help his newfound friends to win their basketball game after they explain the situation to him, even though they literally took him off the face of the earth without a single word of warning, caution, consent, permission. But what can we say? I guess he's a nice guy. The monsters pull up to the wreck and start trash talking, but they clearly don't know that they're in the presence of the king of trash talking. Their words could never faze him. So instead they decide to contort his body and use him as a basketball. And ladies and gentlemen, I can now officially confirm that this is when it became personal. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Stan was bugging out trying to find a way to get MJ back. He even proceeded to excavate the golf course in the hopes that Michael will be below the ground. And I hear it, because if he doesn't turn up at his baseball game tomorrow, he's going to be real familiar with unemployment. And I know he's eating good from being MJ's personal assistant. That's a gig he's not trying to lose. But luckily he spots Daffy and Bugs Bunny entering through the cup. The match begins between the Toon Squad and the Monstars, and Jordan wins the tip-off. Bugs Bunny ends up with the rock, but gets one slap to the dome and is out cold. The Monstars scored their first bucket. The camera's back on Jordan and he drives to the ball, but immediately has full man on him. He plays a pass to Daffy and he decides he doesn't want that free smoke, so he offloads the ball. Monsters have no chill, anyone can get it. They left Granny seeing stars for the rest of the night. They drive to the paint and dunk, it's too easy for them. But MJ's finally had enough and proceeds to take matters into his own hands. He takes on the entire squad and hits that signature pose that we all know, but Monsters hit back with an instant reply of their own. And from this point on, the game just went downhill, because these guys were just scoring for fun now. Scoreline was so big it even registered on the board. It's half time and Jordan's giving the softest talk ever in his career. He should have just told them how it was. That they're garbage. Bugs Bunny uses his wit to make the team think that the water had the power to make them good at basketball. And I guess it worked because they entered their Toon Force bag and brought all the stops. The school's almost tired now, so MJ makes a deal with their coach. If he loses, he goes with them to outer space and becomes the main attraction for their broke down Fort Park. But if he wins, they get the stolen talent back. And I don't know how MJ can be so nonchalant about putting his life on the line when he's practically playing against the generation of miracles gone ugly, with a roster of nothing but cheeks behind him. The Monsters coach agrees and the match resumes. And the Toon squad are getting hit with flagrant after flagrant. One of them even done a suicide dive off the backboard. They're trying to ensure that these guys stay down for good. Michael gives Stan the call up since the entire squad almost got put on pack watch. The game resumes and MJ has the entire team on him. Somebody help him, please! He swings the rock to Stan, who miraculously scores but gets hospitalized in the process. Bill Murray spawns in the court to replace Stan and they get back to hooping. They got 10 seconds to score one bucket and they're on defense. Monsters lose the ball from the throw-in and Murray picks up the rock from open play. He drives down the line and passes the dime to MJ. Mike tries to spin out the opps but ends up releasing the ball. Murray hits whatever this is and has the monster tripping. He finds Mike and he goes up for the half-court space jam. But the opps weren't trying to see Air Jordan take off like that, so they grab him mid-flight. MJ enters his Toon Force bag and turns into Mr. Fantastic to complete the dunk on the buzzer. And that is how he became a GOAT in the world of fiction. Michael pulls up to the baseball game in a spaceship. He took Pitman right to the extreme. The camera switches to the next scene because no one wants to see MJ on the field. The players regain their talent and Jordan also comes out of retirement because of his love for the sport. And that's all she wrote.